What's up, guys? If you're new to the channel, my name's Connor Ryan. This is my gaming channel. I basically upload game reviews, game talks, gameplay. If you're wondering why I haven't uploaded in a while, I addressed that yesterday in yesterday's video. But today I'm going to talk about 1 month after the release of Xbox, Dayz, and how it's been, how far it's come on the console. I'll talk a bit before the console version, though. I'll talk a bit where it came from, its launch on PC, and how that came to Xbox, etc. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. So anyway, today I'm talking about Dayz, like I said. It was first released on PC, I think, in 2012 after the mod for Arma 2, the Dayz mod for Arma 2, which was a huge hit. Big YouTubers like Frankie on PC and stuff made the game blow up. To the genre of zombie survival, this was probably the first game that did it right, or the first proper game of zombie survival. But yeah, like I said, big YouTubers like brought this game up higher and higher to where it was, and the player base was so big because of these YouTubers. The mod was really good. It was designed by a guy called Dean Hall, or Rocket as he was known as in the Dayz community. He then was approached by Bohemia Interactive, the guys that actually made Arma 2, to make like a standalone version of the game or whatever. And that's why the game was called Dayz Standalone. It's now just called Dayz, as far as I know anyway. It was announced for console at, I think it was Gamescom or PAX East, one of them, in 2013, 2014, around that time. And after Dean Hall announced it for Xbox and PS4, this is the point where everyone was kind of shocked, because the game barely ran on PC. There was a bunch of bugs like eating away at the game. Player base at this point started just dropping and dropping every year, every month, because of how buggy the game was. The game was going nowhere. There was no bug fixes or anything. There was no updates on the game. And short after that, Dean Hall tweeted that he was going to climb Mount Everest, and after he did that, he never came back to the game. He was then soon taken over by Brian Hicks, who became the new project lead, basically. He was one under Dean Hall when Dean Hall was the original creator or whatever of Dayz. When he took over, he started making frequent videos on what's coming to the game, what's going to happen to the game, all the bugs that they want to stamp out. He was kind of the guy who was showcasing everything that the game was going to be, like their vision of the game or whatever they wanted to be in the game and stuff like that. But yeah, he wanted to push the team as far as they could go to make the game better and better and better. But to do that on the old engine, they were limited to what they could do. So that's when they upgraded to the Infusion engine, which is the current engine in Dayz, which is perfect for the game. But shortly after, I think it was just before the game actually came with this Infusion engine, or was it just after, Brian Hicks actually left. I can't remember who the main project lead is now. I can't remember his name. But him and his team now are making the game so much better, so much more enjoyable. There, like they said in their last dev video, they believe that this is the year of Dayz. Like I said in my first video of Dayz on Xbox, I also believe this theory. Well, not theory, but this statement or whatever. If not this year, then early next year. Hopefully it won't push on any further than that, because if it does, then people on the Xbox will start getting annoyed. Like people on, I used to play it on PC the whole time, will just keep getting annoyed if they don't stamp out these bugs and make the game better and start adding more content and stuff. But this is a game that you need to stamp out the bugs before you start actually adding stuff. But that's kind of what they're doing at the minute, though, with the Xbox version. They're just updating it frequently and a lot more quicker to try and get it up to par with the PC, so they can push both to stable at the same time, if you know what I mean. But yeah, after Brian left, there was great development pushed into it. They pushed through all the way, even though they were getting so much hate by everyone saying that they weren't going to do it, they were a terrible dev team or whatever. They actually pushed through to 0.63 experimental, which is out now. I don't think 0.63 is fully out yet. I think you still have to opt into the beta for it or whatever. But I think, or a tiny patch of it of 0.63 is actually available. But for the whole thing, you have to opt into a beta or whatever. And then they want to push the game to beta as soon as possible, so it's completely out of early access, so they can start working on everything and get the game to where they want to be. That was basically the whole backstory onto the PC front of things or whatever. Then the game finally, out of nowhere, just came to Xbox. I was following this game for years on PC, kind of lost touch with it midway through the development or whatever, but came back to the game when 0.63 dropped or whatever. kept texting my friends about the game being nearly done or like out of beta or whatever. But then the Xbox version came out of nowhere. I was so confused. I didn't know what was going on because I remember them talking about it on, like I said earlier, on PAX East or Gamescom or whatever it was. Dean Hall announcing it for the Xbox and PS4, but it came out of nowhere. And then it was like August 29th release, which was like a week before they actually released the closed preview or whatever, which I did participate in, and wasn't the greatest experience for the first couple of days. I'll say that much, because the game for the first couple of days of preview, the servers just couldn't handle the 5,000 codes that they gave out or whatever, and the game servers just started going offline. They started crashing. If you did get in, the game was super laggy. The inventory didn't work properly. Most of the guns that you got, one magazine would work, you'd reload it or reload your bullets into it. He'd start chambering the gun instead of reloading a magazine into it, or his bullets just wouldn't hit. The hit reg was just completely broken. So yeah, it had a really rough and buggy release. Now it's a lot better though, I will admit that. They fixed the voice over IP in the last patch while you're in party or whatever. They fixed the bugs where if your controller disconnects, that you can just re-plug it and it should work now. They fixed the hit reg completely now. It works perfectly. Trying to think off the top of my head what else they fixed, but they did fix a good chunk. Oh, the inventory overall is completely fixed now on Xbox. Those are like the big main points, and then overall title stability basically. But that's basically all the patches so far on the Xbox. I do have a patch note series started on DayZ now. If you want to check it out, the last two videos I did were actually on the two newest patches or whatever. But it's a lot more stable since the August 29th release, which was nearly a month ago now. I think it's like 3 days from now is the actual full month of the release of DayZ on Xbox. It's nowhere near full launch, I'll say that. The game still has a fair bit to go before it can be titled as a full release, in my opinion anyway. But once the bugs are completely gone and they start adding all the content like cars and stuff, and start adding back like the blaze rifles, the bandanas or whatever, the game will be perfect. It will be like playing the mod but a bit better. But I still think that people will hold on to the mod in a way because it's so nostalgic to them or whatever. And it was like the original DayZ. Everyone goes back to it every once in a while, like playing Arma 2 Wasteland or whatever. It's very nostalgic to play every now and again. It will be a great game though. Like I said, it will be a great game down the line when they get rid of all these bugs and fix up the game. But until then, it will be just under the full release title, I believe. But at least it's in a lot better state now on the Xbox version, which is really good. I would recommend picking it up, guys, it's €40. I think it's $49.99. No, yeah, it's €40 and $40 for some reason. I forgot Xbox doesn't change their prices unless you go to the Great British Pound. Then it is 30 quid, as far as I remember. So yeah, that's basically it for the whole DayZ on Xbox. How it's been since a month since launch. It's completely a lot more stable. The servers are like 300, 400, 500 servers, whatever, up at a time now. They fixed the server crashes and everything like that. The inventory's fixed, like I said. The voice over IP and all that, those like little crappy bugs are gone as well. But once they fix all the major bugs and start adding all the content, and they're up to speed with the PC as well, and the games both be pushed out into early access. No, pushed out of early access, sorry, and then pushed onto PS4, they will broaden their horizons and broaden their player base or whatever, and the game will take off and hopefully revamp the zombie survival genre. I don't know if it will. Hopefully it would, because it's still one of my favourite genres of games to play, and DayZ is still probably my favourite game of all time. I've had so many great moments on it on PC with my friends or whatever. But that's it for this review, guys. Anyway, I would definitely advise picking it up on Xbox if you don't have it already, and even if you're playing on PC, I'd still advise picking it up. They're basically the exact same at this point. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. If you liked it, like, comment what you want to see next, or if you want what you want to know about DayZ or whatever, I'd be happily text back to you. And if you're new, consider subscribing, guys. This is it for this video. The next video will probably be lore or whatever, or another DayZ video, who knows. But until that video comes out, guys, which will probably be tomorrow, I'll see you in the next video, guys. Peace.